Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ilham Fathurrohman. I'm a student of Sultan Agung Islamic University, majoring English Literature. And today on this occasion, I would like to present the feminism theory entitled The Love of Medusa by Helen CIXOUS. Okay, the first is table of content of this presentation. The first is the definition of feminism itself. The second is Helen CIXOUS' profile as the author of this essay. Number three, or the third is the love of Medusa, and the last is écriture féminine. Okay, next, the definition of feminism. Feminism is belief in social, economic, and political equality of the gender. Although largely originating in the West, feminism is manifested worldwide and is represented by various institutions committed to activity on behalf of women's rights and interests. Throughout most of Western history, women were confined to the domestic sphere, while public life was reserved for men, and in medieval Europe, women were denied the right to own property, to study, or to participate in public life. The next is Helen CIXOUS' profile. Helen CIXOUS was born on 5 June 1937 in Oran, Algeria. She is a professor, French feminist writer, poet, playwright, philosopher, literary criticism, and rhetorician. CIXOUS is best known for her article entitled The Love of Medusa. This article, which established her as one of the early thinkers in post-structural feminism. She founded the first center of feminist studies at an European university at the Centre Universitaire de Vicence of the University of Paris, and today it's known as University of Paris 9. During the trip, CIXOUS was quite close to Luce Irigaray, Julia Kristeva, and various other feminists are part of what is called French feminism. Jacques Derrida, he referred to CIXOUS as a living writer in his language, which is French. And Derrida is also one of the most influential people in his writings. Next, The Love of Medusa. The Love of Medusa is an essay by French feminist criticus Helen CIXOUS, originally written in French as Le Rire de la Méduse in 1975. In the essay, CIXOUS issues an ultimatum that women can either read and choose to stay trapped in their own bodies by a language that doesn't allow them to express themselves, or they can use the body as a way to communicate. This is insightful essay, essentially calling women to bring them to write, is expressed in captivating and poetic language to illustrate the idea of the existence of feminine writing. She describes a writing style, écriture féminine, that she says attempts to move outside of the conversational rules found in patriarchal systems. And in the essay, she argues that écriture féminine allows women to address their needs by building strong self-narrative and identity. This text is situated in a history of feminist conversation that separate women in terms of their gender and women in terms of authorship. The Love of Medusa addresses this rhetoric writing or individuality and commending women to use writing and the body as source of power and inspiration. Okay, next slide. So through MEDUSA laughter in this essay, of course, CIXOUS want to describe women who are finally free to express themselves in their writing. It's like the MEDUSA can finally laugh after being in a restraint that makes it unable to do many things and shows her strength. This is the picture of MEDUSA when she laughing. The next is architecture feminine. This is one of Helen CIXOUS' ideas. Before I go far, so from this explanation we can conclude that the purpose of CIXOUS writing this essay is to give encouragement to women so that they want to write for themselves and get out of the cycles that have held them up for so long. Okay, in this famous essay, which is The Love of Medusa, she created a new term, namely architecture feminine or women's writing. This is a term coined by women's writing peers. CIXOUS' goal is to form a writing genre that deviates from the writing genre in general. The meaning is where the writing style usually refers to masculinity, which examines the psychology of women's bodies and women's differences in language and text. Architecture feminine emphasizes the importance of language in the basic understanding of the self. In this essay, CIXOUS is concerned about women who can only read and suppress their feelings because they feel they have no right to express what they feel. By writing, CIXOUS believes that women can control their bodies and minds, which have been controlled by men. And MEDUSA laughter describes women who are finally free to express themselves in their writing. As I said before, it's just the same. Okay, next. Okay, this slide is show that Helen CIXOUS said that express yourself to claim yourself. He said that to motivate women, encourage women to writing for themselves. This slide shows that examples of work from CIXOUS that motivate women to dare to write and express themselves, which have been colonized by men for a long time. So you can see in the slide, Helen CIXOUS pushed the woman to write for herself. The next is acting as the real action. Helen CIXOUS is feminist who places the most emphasis on women writing. She herself uses literature to express his ideas, but according to her, writing alone is not enough. Women must appear because writing is private, but while performing is public. So acting is really important. Appearance equals possibility. As stated by CIXOUS in 1981 below, she said, writing is the very possibility of change. The space that can serve as the springboard for subversive too, the predecessor movement of a transformation of social and cultural structures. And so friends, as we all know, in the performing arts of theater, before the stars of the show, there must be a back-out moment to unite the audience focus when the first lights are turned on. According to CIXOUS, writing for women should have the same effect as the first blackout moment in the theatrical performance. Writing should be something that triggers anxiety in women, and when it comes out, it becomes something phenomenal. Okay. Next slide is the conclusion. From all the explanation above, we can conclude that the love of Medusa is a type of the feminism which aims to create equality for both genders, male or female. If the society occurs to an awareness or equal rights, then the female will feel free to express their passion identically to the male in the society. So that's all for presentation today. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.